Well, good afternoon. This is Dr. Osterman again, and this would be video 7 in our series of videos. This is on lesson 7 and using pronouns. Another very useful unit and lesson for Japanese, as the use of pronouns is a little different and probably not as common as English. And the thing about pronouns, one quick thing you want to remember is that they're used to replace a noun or something that you mentioned prior. That's the key part. So you have to say what you're talking about first one time, and after that then you can use a pronoun or something in place of that noun. So let's get started. So the useful expressions, there's a lot of good phrases in there for you to use. And the vocabulary, one thing students often ask me about is the word superstition, which in Okinawa here, oh my goodness, there's so many different superstitions. And we often spend some time talking about different superstitions that they're familiar with, that I'm familiar with, and it really adds to some interesting conversation. You can do that or not. There is a unit later in this series where we do talk in more detail about superstitions. But if you want to spend some time there, feel free to do so and talk about superstitions here in Okinawa. And the thing that says thingamajig. Thingamajig is a word that we use, or some people use, in place of what they can't remember. So if you're trying to think, hey, what is that thingamajig, that you use for writing and it helps you write notes and whatnot? Oh, you mean a pencil. So if you can't automatically think about what it is you want to say, we often say, the thingamajig, you know what I'm talking about? And it's usually something very simple and very common, and almost anybody could remember it. Okay, and then you got lots of opportunity to work with pronouns in different contexts. And in the substitution speaking drill, you got another opportunity to fill in some blanks and work with different things. And after question 15, you have a section where you get to use this, that, these, and those. And keep playing with it, because sometimes I often hear Japanese students make a mistake. They'll say, this dog's is great, or these cat is my friend. And so feel free to try it many, many times until you can master using this, that, and these, and those. Now, the other section there is what I think. And here, you're going to be talking about the killing of animals for food. And there's 8 questions. And it usually stirs up some interesting conversation. You can extend on this and talk about vegetarians. Are you a vegetarian? Would you prefer to eat meat or vegetables? And you can extend this in many different ways. And is there any animal that you don't eat? Now, this can be tied into different types of religions. Some religions believe that eating this animal is taboo or against a religion. It's not clean, it's not healthy, whatever the case may be. Talk about that. I often like to joke about Okinawa about eating of pork. Now, Okinawan people love pork. You can find pork in almost everything. And in fact, there is a joke where the Okinawan people are often noted as eating everything on the pork or the pig. The tail, the hooves, the ears, the face. You can go down into some of the stores where the tourists often go and see they'll have a pig face, the ears and everything. And they eat everything on the pig, but the squeal. Yeah, it's kind of a weak joke, but it is kind of interesting too. So work in that section on what I think. And another section that people really like, and my students have really enjoyed, is a presentation where they get an opportunity to present about what they like about Japan the best. And this is a beautiful country. There's so much you can talk about. I often allow the students to just go off in many different directions in their groups, with each other, with me, one-on-one. And we talk about the many wonderful aspects of Japan. So please do that and enjoy that. And then you have the free talk section where you have a lot to do there, a lot of questions, and an opportunity to create one of your own. Now, as always, when you create a question, please bring it to class and ask your instructor. Don't just create a question and leave it there and never talk about it. Feel free to bring it up to your instructor and to me and just talk about it so that we can get better at creating questions and asking and answering questions. That's what this book is all about. Okay, well, this has been a great lesson again. We're just a little 5 minutes. As you can see up here, there's a beautiful picture of my wife and I. My beautiful wife. There's a Japanese version, and here is the American version. You might notice too, I was a lot younger then. That was several years ago. But I think broadcasting here and doing this video from my home gives you a different feel about me, where I'm coming from, and make it kind of friendly and relaxing. So again, I look forward to our next video. Have a wonderful day. Learning English and learning things new each and every day, and not just learning them, but using them with your instructor, with your friends, colleagues, wherever. Always try to use English, because if you never use it, you're no better than someone who doesn't even know it. See you in our next video. Bye.